Welcome to Angular 8 tutorial, and today we are at session 11 of this tutorial and going to discuss class binding in Angular. So let's start with. Okay, as you know, like we have a lot of findings in Angular earlier, and you can just kindly refer to my previous tutorials for those findings. I have just discussed it till now, and yes, we have of course discussed uh, um, several bindings we just discussed interpolation, property binding, attribute binding, and more into coming in your way, event binding and all. So class binding is one of them also. Like what it is meant for. Basically, it is meant for like you can have. Okay, let's start with you can have like your class which is decorated by SCSS styles basically. Okay, so how you're supposed to do? You can have an HTML and you can make use of some classes that is already configured within a sheet style sheet is called having extension dot css. Okay, you are attributing like this is mentioned here. So here you can see in my third my third row here normally we used to have our class applied to elements without using any binding. So here we are not using any binding, it is simply the normal HTML. Like there is a text box, there is a value, and the class is going to be bg color. So I have been applying the bg color attribute to this input text box. Okay, so it will come up with some color in background, and that's what, right? Now what and how the class binding comes into the picture. So this is something like, let's suppose there is a scenario you have to bind based on some conditions dynamically. Okay, so we are talking about the dynamically decision making and all, and even it is highly recommended based on or the requirement you maybe come up with. If this is the condition or based on the value check, I have to decorate with some styles. So that's the thing all about we are talking here, and we have to go with Angular. It's called class binding. So let's start with. So basically, there are two types of class binding we have in Angular. One is called your single class binding, and the second is called your multiple class binding. So let's start with and we'll discuss one by one. But just before beginning, I just want to go with the normal text box, the normal class binding, how we can have or we used to have in our normal HTML and day-to-day life. Let's start with. Let me move into the code. Here we are like this is a simple we have component.html we have, and according to that this is the backend file. You can say that update component ts is the our startup file in our any Angular application. By default we are getting this is the parent component as well, right? So okay, so sorry. So let me just go ahead and just create okay one text box. So just for interest of time, I already have typed all these things just to save some time and make the video shorter. Just because of you people, it will be more comfortable. That's why I have been typing before and to save some time. Okay, so like let's go with like there's a text box and a value. Okay, why it is make this? Any idea or any guesses, guys? Like this will be coming from some source, and where is what is the source? Of course, the backend file. Yes. So we are going to discuss here. Sorry, declare over here itself, and that is getting exported by this HTML. Okay, and we have three classes basically: bg color, font, shape, style, and class bg color. Okay, okay. Sorry. Actually, it's a bit mistake over here. Okay, I think I have copied the next step, guys. Okay, so just delete the last some seconds. I just did it right now. This is for your next point actually. So let me comment it out, and we'll do as on in that PPT. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's type it rather than so there is a back row of I want to have for rendering some of components or for compatibility. PR is required. Just a second, I just want to yeah, I just want to render with some space. column space required, so I will have one more br. Nothing but all design I am doing. Okay, so now let's focus. So let me create a input type. Type equals text, and the value gonna to be shown in slide. Welcome to m.net Angular. Okay, this is value is gonna to hold, and here I'm applying the class. Maybe bg color. Okay, and wind up the text box lesson. Okay, that's all. Like I have been creating one text box there where the value is gonna to be this one, and the class it has bg color. Okay, let's go ahead and create some classes which is required for this application. So, okay, so we need to create a one bg color, and I have already typed just for interest of time. Here, what I've been doing, I am just setting one background color called magenta basically, and this color it would be looks like this. Okay, that's it. Let's run and just move into the action how it looks. Okay, just run the command ngserve. So it will launch the lightweight server and the application will be in run mode. Let's see an action. Okay, so there is bit error over here. Just type of mistakes, guys, nothing else. Okay, I think there is one extra. Yeah, that's fine. There was one extra, this one called extra curly process was there. Now it should be runnable and loading properly. It is getting building, and we are gonna to go with. Yeah, that's all. It's compiled successfully, and let's move and run the application using the local host, and the port number is always 4200. Here we are. Let's just type localhost 4200 and the application will be ready. Yeah, that's it, guys. Like here you can see, welcome to Angular application, and we have a normal text box, and there are some value. Welcome to skm.net Angular. Okay, what the next line tells about. Okay, to add or remove classes, as I told, like class binding is beneficial whenever there is a decision making, and based on the decision we have to decorate our styles to elements. Okay, so to add or remove classes to or from an element, we are using single class binding of Angular. And whatever the multiple class binding, we are just going to discuss in our next topic. Okay, so as of now, as you can see, like single class binding is something like you have five classes, let's suppose applied to a text box. Okay, and you are gonna to just reduce it to three, just exclude two out of those five. And how we are gonna to do, basically we need an boolean expression, and that can be done using the single class binding. So what would be the syntax? Like it starts with the prefix class always, and I will show you, no need to worry about. It starts with the prefix class, and it is enclosed in a pair of square braces like property binding we need to have. And the right side is an boolean expression, guys. Like this is the complete example. Like you can see class dot bg color and is bg color required. If the is bg color required is true, then it would be applicable, else it would, if it false, then it won't applicable. So here, like here you can see we have input type text box that I just copied actually by mistakenly. So this is for you right now. So let's go to the code and we'll see how the single class binding actually works. Okay, so let me move to the HTML, and okay, this is the part, right, guys. So what I'm supposed to do here is just copy this the line. Just okay, wait a second. What this row, this both entire, I just copy, fine, cut it, and that's all. And here just paste it, and I need two years as well, like the two break row. That's all, and just uncomment it. Okay, by pressing Ctrl K U. Okay, so like here you can see the value we are rendering from backend file and from a different source called app component.ts. And here you can see like as per this the above line you can see I'm applying the class as a hard coding, and whenever you are applying multiple classes this would be the syntax, right guys? So here you can see bg color, font and self style. So there are two more classes I have been applying here. Okay, and here I'm either excluding or including one of them is called bg color, and that is based on my decision whether it is true or false. So let's see so how this single class binding basically works, because it is a boolean expression and it works with a boolean expression always. And the single class binding, the main purpose of having single class binding in angular is just to include or exclude one class to your element or from your element. So that's the thing. Okay, so let's quickly fix all these things into your app.component.ts. Okay, so again, just for interest of time, I have already written this to value. Okay, as of now it's true. And let me put the classes as well. Like we do have two more classes here. You can see one is called font and style. Let me copy that as well. Just for interest of time, I've already have typed, guys. So you when you are going to implement this practically or in on hand, basically you just follow step by step. First you create the class, then create the backend file, then go to this HTML part. Okay, fine. Let me. Okay, that's all done. So I have copied two classes as well. Now, let me move into the browser and we'll see how it works. As it the lightweight compile is already running, it is not compiled, and I just press the button. That's it, guys. Like, okay, it is already run. If you want, you can simply press one more F5 once more. Okay, like, okay, the it page got refreshed. Here you can see, right? So we have applied both the classes. If you want to prove that, just press, launch your debugger tool. Just click on the text box, okay, and when you will go right side here, you can see like these are the classes being applied here, okay, like the styling attribute, everything I got applied here. So bg color is coming from a class called bg color. There is a font as well, and I have two things. I am applying font and the size is medium, okay, which is coming from font, and there would be one is called your self style. That's it. Okay, uh, that's that's all. Now let me put into in some other way how it deals with the boolean expression. Okay, as of now here you can see like we have been applying three classes as per the code so far. We have bg color, font and self style, and a bg color now it's included. Let me just exclude this one. So what I'm supposed to do here, instead of true, make it just false. Okay, and let's see how it behaves. That's all done. Huh? It's got saved. Now let me be move into the browser and we'll see. Here you can see, guys, like it is still applied, but the thing is the background color has gone. And now you launch the debugger tool, and if you will see here, just go to one, inspect it, and here you can see font is there. Of course, font is there. Certainly there. Then what about VG color? There is no VG color itself. When I will put my and I will get back into the VS Code and make it true. Okay, make it true and just save and go to the browser. Okay, yes, all done. Now we should be getting this. So this way like how a single binding basically works. Okay, so what next? Okay, to have, okay, we all have done with the single binding. Just in one line, I just want to say yes, single binding works with an boolean expression, and you just want to add or remove. I have already already, so you need to you know uh, focus your intention into more. So okay, so let's start with the next topic. It's called your multiple class binding, how it works. So multiple class binding again, it starts works with the class which is decorated again with the square braces, but the right side expression is something variable and the variable keeps record the number of classes we do have. Let's see. Like we have an input type text value is coming from, like, as it came from text value, there's a folder, sorry, not folder, there's a variable. Okay, and the identifier, we have the class, and this is the syntax to bind a class to Angular elements, basically not Angular elements, using Angular to an element. And here I do have a classes to apply. So let's see all on action. Okay, so okay, now move to the HTML again. So what I am supposed to do here, just to create to here again, I am just creating one more text box, guys. So here you can see input type equal text, and the value would be text value, and the sorry, yeah, that's all fine. Okay, value would be text value, which is coming from this uh, .ts file, which is supposed to be rendered by welcome to Angular. That's all fine. And the class, here you can see I have one variable where it would be applicable. So let's quickly go and create this, okay, for you. And okay, and what with the value, any guesses? I just want to render this three class. Yeah, we are not excluding or including, right? Whatever there still we are just fetching, so we need to store somewhere, and that is the one class to apply. This is simple variable, you can have your own name as well, but your naming convention should be proper, okay, and aligned. So here you can see now, let's see and how it works in browser. So yeah, we are good to go, guys. Like here you can see one more text box got rendered, and this got rendered from multiple binding actually. Okay, let me do something which would be more understandable in UI. Okay, this is simply just a heading. I just don't want to do anything. Okay, here I just want to have one h5, and I will have one heading, basically the side heading you can consider. And here I want to have called appearance, appearance from, well, appearance, appearance as simple, simple, simple class or style. Appearance from simple or class style have, and just copy it. Just adding is just for your understanding and else, so no need to worry about. Here it is supposed to be, okay, appearance from single, single class binding, and this it's all about binding, of course. Appearance from multi class binding, okay, out of, okay, so out of expression means this is an right side expression, you can see, right? This is an expression which is at right side of this equal symbol, and it is supposed to come whatever the value I have been written over here. That's it, right? Okay, now save it and let's see. Okay, so this is all headings, guys, just to differentiate, I just have written like this, nothing else. Okay, so the next thing we are talking about, like a multiple class binding can be also bind with help of a method expression. So what now is just, so that is called your normal expression, like you are storing all the classes into a variable, and the variable getting fetched to your HTML page, and they getting rendered to HTML page. Now we are supposed to get it from one method, and here you can see we have a text box. Everything same, just the consider that here there is one more property I'm just introducing here, called class name. Okay, and here you can see the class which is only holding the expressions, coming from the backend. And here the method when it evaluates it will come up with the class name. So this is the Angular instruction we have to go with whenever we want to get those number of classes as string. You need to get it done using the class name rather than class, okay, else it won't work actually. So there is a get class method over here, so let's go and create the same. Let me move into the HTML first, and here let me put the h5. Okay, uh, okay, first I copied the text box. Here I am just creating one text box. So the value would be this one, which is similar to the box. And the class name here, I'm not using the class actually. Rather than we do have one more property actually called class name to this element. And here I'm just writing a method called classes. Okay, that I'm supposed to declare right now. And as you know, we can have a heading. Copy, put it here. Appearance from multiple class binding using using method. And guys, go with. Let me go at and of course create this method as well. Okay, and here the method lesson goes with. Okay, and just here I'm just want to have written. Okay, and the what would be the classes I just want to return this say classes. Okay, so here you can see like I'm returning this the string and I already have saved. Let's go to the browser and we'll see. So here we are guys, like here you can see like when I just saved it, it got refreshed. If you want to go for one more refresh, and appearance from multiple class binding using method expression, and from method we are getting again these three classes. Just want to see, just go and check it out in your developer tool. From the element, we should have three classes: font, bg color, as well as the third one what we should call save style. Okay, so that's all guys. So we just saw like how it works with multiple binding when we are using method express. So we have discussed both single binding as well as the multiple binding using, and multiple binding works with both expression as well as a method and which returns like this so far. Now what I'm just supposed to hear, like Angular has provided with one more, you can consider it's a maybe keyword. Okay, ng class. Basically we do have one ng class which is supposed to be an alternative to this class, of course. And instead of class we can decorate with ng class, of course. However, but the thing is there is one perception you should consider is like ng classes no longer provide significant value and might eventually be removed in future, guys. Why so? The reason being, ng class is preferred because due to improvements in class binding in Angular. Okay, it is, you can see using the above class binding syntax without ng class is preferred more. But if you go for ng class, it's not so proper because it reduces little bit performance. So it is, so it has, and eventually it might not come up with the exact output you are expecting. That's what it's better to go with what the methodology we just have discussed just right before. Okay, but yes, of course we do have ng class. Let me prove that as well how it works. Here I'm supposed to go with this one only. So let me go to the HTML part and simple just copy this both three lines. Okay, and paste over here guys, and here you can see appearance for multiple class binding using ng class. Okay, using ng. And what I'm supposed to do here, the type ng class, and within the ng class I'm having the same expression. Now I just have to let go to the browser and we'll see. Okay, guys, there are a lot of textbooks I have created. That's why I just put on the settings. Here you can see, right, appearance from multiple class binding using ng class. The appearance is same as before we have, right? From method, this is from variable expression, and this is a simple binding or simple class we have been applying to element. Okay, that's it, guys. Like how this class binding works basically, as per your comfortability and the based on your requirement, you can go for a decision making. Okay, I will go for either single or multiple. If multiple, then which multiple out of these three? Okay. Even there are more, you can preferably go to Angular.io. There are two more. Like you can have a array of string, you can have a sequence of Boolean expression basically. I'm not covering. I'm just letting you guys to explore more. Just move, go to the Angular.io, the official website, and you can explore just these two things left with you, and I am giving you responsibility. Okay, so thank you guys. Thanks for watching this video tutorial, and I am requesting you guys, please do subscribe to my channel by clicking on the watermark just showing at the right top corner, and right lower corner, and either you can just go to the below and you can see there is a subscribe button there. Please click on the subscribe and post that. Just click on the bell icon to get notified whenever there is a post from my side. Okay, and side by side you can go to or visit to this blog. Basically it's a text version of all of my tutorial I've been posting, and for this particular text version of this tutorial you can visit to this blog URL. Basically here you can find the text version of this tutorial. Okay, thank you guys. So till then, I will be coming up with my next tutorial soon. So till then, just keep smiling, keep sharing your knowledge with others, and keep learning always, because learning never has an end. Thank you.